Whipsnakes, a hard-earned come-from-behind 14-13 win over Redwoods to get here. Courier, he got it! Zach Courier beats his man and opens the scoring for Waterdogs.
You're going to see a whole lot of Zach Courier today because he barely leaves the field. You can see him kind of wind up and then go underneath. And just at the end, he gets upfield, so he bends back in, reaches his stick out just enough to get it past Phipps. And following that goal, he trots right back to the wing. Slick little shot there by Courier after going underneath and then working his way back upfield. You can see these active Waterdog sticks, already a few deflections early on.
Chanachuk got it to go. Mike Chanachuk has the first goal today for Whipsnakes. More than 5 minutes into this semifinal matchup, and just one goal for each side. Courier for Waterdogs, now Chanachuk for Whipsnakes.
This is maybe the only Philly guy we haven't mentioned.
Here's Rambo. How did he get that to go? Matt Rambo sneaks it short side and scores. Philadelphia's own Rambo puts Whipsnakes up 2-1.
Hey, Matt, we're watching the replay just as you are. Talk us through that little goal line extended pick. What are you looking for as you come off of that?
I'm seeing if they're switching that goal line. They didn't switch, or it was late. I know he jumps off the pipe a little bit with the high crease, so I try to sneak it inside. Sometimes it goes.
Sometimes it goes a little more often for a guy like him. Son Clarella powering the athletes under the helmet today. But you can hear that. You talk about Matt Rambo and his skill set, his brain, right? He knows that Dylan Ward leaves the pipe a little bit early, so he was assuming that might be there on that short side. Just a 5-4 regular season. That to the doorstep, and that one just pushed in. Ethan Walker on the setup from Michael Sowers. I'm not sure it even hit his stick for more than a half a second. Just a tap in.
And smart usage by the Waterdogs in terms of taking Sowers behind the cage. He's just so quick. And he's able to read the defense so effectively. As soon as he generates a half step, they slide, but they slide right to his face so he can identify everything behind the play. Found Ethan Walker right on the doorstep before the second slide was able to get down there.
Earhart, the feed down to the goal line, and this one bounced away, but right to Rambo. Rambo rolls back, had Randall stumbling, and he fed it to the interior for Jay Carlson. Rambo to Carlson, and Whipsnakes lead 3-2.
What a feed and finish. See Rambo, that quick rollback, and Carlson between 3 Waterdogs defenders is able to dive and catch and finish this in one motion. That's just a ton of trust between those two players. So a spot feed by Rambo. He throws it to the open space, allowing Carlson to cut into that area. With these
in his third pro season out of UVA, as this one is tucked home by Kieran McCardle. McCardle turned the corner and on his way to the turf found a way to beat Brian Phipps.
Kieran McCardle led this team in points in the regular season. You can see Ryan Brown come over and set that pick. That generated that advantage, and Ryan Brown did touch the crease, but because it was caused by the Whipsnakes running through that pick. That's why the officials didn't call that infraction. And I think a big moment for McCardle this season is when head coach Andy Copeland sat him for a game, kind of lit a fire, and he's been super consistent ever since.
He's taken out of the lineup week 2 against Chaos. They had 2 games that weekend. He didn't play the Friday night, came back in Sunday. Speaking of being tied, we were tied at 1, tied at 2, now tied at 3. Here in the semifinal matchup, and it is untied, courtesy of Justin Gutternick. His 4th goal in his 4th game as a member of Whipsnakes.
We talked about what he brings to the table. He's going to invert, he's going to deny that pick from Rambo, carry up the right side, Guttering the lefty. You can see this coming, the question mark, so I'm going to carry up one side, plant, roll away, change hands, and fire. He does a good job of getting far enough upfield such that when he rolls back, he's got enough shooting angle to be able to bury that 5-hole on Ward.
The double team, Gutterding left alone. His feed to Carlson disrupted. Played to Williams, out high for Smith, in tight for Carlson, and he dunks it. What ball movement from Whipsnakes, and it ends up in the stick of Jay Carlson just outside the crease. Second goal of the day for Jay Carlson.
And it's a gorgeous feed by Brad Smith, who was actually open on this initial look by Gutterding. He kind of jams it inside. You can see the loose ball come up, freeze it right here. Zed Williams throws it up. He's going to throw it up here. Here's the compromised defender right inside. So he's going to then slide upfield. Here comes Carlson on this little sneak. So heads up play by Smith on this catch, the wind up, and then the touch pass inside to Carlson. So give Smith credit for the wind up to become a threat, and then taking enough off of that pass to allow Carlson to run into that.
In transition in net, Joel White retires along with him, so we'll see what Chrome looks like this time next year. Kieran McCardle went underhand, and it goes. That's 2 today for Kieran McCardle as these 2 teams continue to trade points.
And it's all set up by a 2-man game between McCardle and Courier. You're going to see Courier, he's going to kind of run over and set this pick, enabling McCardle to run around it. So good job by McCardle setting it up. Courier makes contact, and on that switch, McCardle just kind of runs through it. This might have been a little bit of a moving pick by Courier, but it seems as though Abbott kind of pushed Courier into that pick, which is why I think the official didn't call it. But credit McCardle for being the steadying presence for the Waterdogs offensively. And Carlson inside on the crease.
Ball starts with Chanachuk. Quickly to Carlson. And then Smith to Rambo, and down one more to Gutterding. They work it around the horn. Smith back to Chanachuk. Long one blocked. Liam Burns stepped into that one. Bounced off his body all the way to the substitution box. He didn't rub it, Ryan.
He did not rub it. Confirmed.
Gutterding tried the no-look pass. Problem is it was off the mark, and then Chanachuk was just able to keep it. A little help from Dunn there near midfield. 20 seconds left on the power play. Rambo forced one through. Somehow it got there, and Williams takes advantage off the pass from Brad Smith. First time we've heard from Zed Williams today.
It's a great reaction here by Smith, because this feed from Rambo, you can see Burns, that ball pressure creates an errant pass, and Smith's able to quickly pick up that loose ball and identify that Sabia kind of slid upfield So catches it, one more to Williams, who steps upfield, creates enough shooting angle to get this one past Ward. So good break for the Whips there. That easily could have gone the other way, given that errant pass. Good pressure there by Burns.
Are you saying Rambo wasn't trying to throw that through the legs of Randall? Right in to Matt Witcher. Witcher all over Rambo, who skips one across towards Janicek. Settles for Smith. Brad Smith. Couple of assists in this game as Smith rolls back left hand and he scores! Brad Smith, who finished second on the Whipsnakes in points behind Zed Williams, has 3 here in the first half.
And when he's playing well, they are just a different animal offensively. The key here is he doesn't settle for the low angle shot down the alley. He rolls back. So you're gonna see him carry, plant, pivot, and then by getting back to the middle with his stick towards the inside, it just opens up a lot more options from a shooter's perspective. You can see, based off the velocity, he's got plenty of heat. But good decision by Smith. That little pump, plant, and rollback.
Walker shakes it off. And it's a 1-minute Vineyard Vines power play for Waterdogs as a result. Chance to get a little closer here before halftime. Walker. Connor Kelly now down a little bit deeper. Brown gives it back to him. McCardle. Courier. Now back from McCardle, 18 seconds to go, and Brown, as he was decked with the shot and the goal. Impressive play from Ryan Brown. Makes it a 2-goal game here late in the half. Power play goal for Brown, his first goal today.
Yeah, great action here by Waterdogs. You're going to get a little carry up by McCardle. Courier's going to sneak out. That's going to leave the middle of the field wide open. Off your screen, that's where you're going to get Brown cutting right through the defense. You got a pass back and then a pass inside that leads to the finish. So as McCardle carries up, you can see the defensive rotation. He throws back, middle of the field wide open. Excuse me, actually, Courier threw back to McCardle, but you get the drift. Good action there between the two lefties, McCardle and Courier, and wise cut there by Brown into the vacated crease.
And the fearless finish from Ryan Brown, who paid the price for that one. 20 goals during the regular season. Shot clock at 5. Williams, he scores! There wasn't much there. He had not much time to work with. He still makes it work. 8-5 Snakes. Second goal today for Zed Williams.
We wanted more Williams, and he responds. You see him get upfield. There's 3 Waterdogs all in the vicinity. And how that was generated, you're going to see kind of up top. You know, these 2 Whipsnakes right up top. Excuse me, the double circle there. They're running off the field to substitute. So while they're run off the field, the Waterdogs have extra defenders. And Zed takes matters into his own hands. It doesn't matter. Floating away from the goal, he's somehow able to generate enough velocity on this shot to get it past Ward.
Williams off the quick restart, 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. And Williams got it! Just lean back, underhand, smooth delivery for the hat-trick goal from Zed Williams.
And you wonder how much of that late first half kind of extracurriculars lit a fire under Williams. You can see they've kind of denied that pick by Aslaney, and it gets a little bit of separation. Leans in to Gobrecht, rolls back and gets it off before Randall can come support.
It's a 4-1 run for Whipsnakes. 3 of the 4 goals belong to Zed Williams. Back again.
Ready to go here? Go behind. Who's going? Who's rolling?
Williams against Annapolis. Now Rambo out high for Connor Kirst. Kirst push to the outside, comes back, he scores! The rookie out of Rutgers, Connor Kirst, has made it 10-5 Whipsnakes. Halfway through the third quarter. A third quarter that has been all Whips. They're up by 5. Let's bring it under the helmet with Tim Muller, powered by Sun Chlorella. Nothing to say there. Nice assist from Michael Sowers as Waterdogs score their first goal in the second half. Sowers to Walker, second time today. That connection's been good for a goal.
Sowers just consistently gains advantage on his matchup, frees it right here. You're going to see this is the lane that he's looking at. Here's Ethan Walker, so you're going to see kind of a slide occur and some help over here. Meanwhile, Walker is going to sneak around the cage. He's going to sneak around the cage. Sowers, the no-look skip pass. Watch Sowers' head kind of manipulate the defense. Gets it right past the stick of Matt Dunn. I just think you need to get this kid more touches. He's the one guy that's consistently generated something in their 6-on-6.
Not yet. He's busy. He's with Devin.
We're good? Oh, we got it, guys. I was worried he's going to run away like Gutty did. All right, you got to notch the first goal of the second half for the Waterdogs. What went through your mind when you're doing that?
They kind of were late sliding. Ewok did a great job of showing up at the pipe. Bryce Young was kind of splitting 2 decision right at the pipes, and Ewok is one of the best finishers in the game. The rest is history.
Good to be back?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
I might have something here with this Sowers to Walker connection. And it just, you have to remember that they're trying to figure out where Sowers fits in with this offense. Because to get him on the field, who are you taking off the field, right?
Not taking Brown off the field.
Go, go, go!
Apparently you can't take Walker off the field.
You could consider that for first quarter, first half.
That one gets through Ward. Brad Smith adds another. It's a 4-point day for Brad Smith. And the lead back to 5 for Whipsnakes.
But to finish the point, like, by the second half, you should be pretty settled in, right? Out of the substitution game, Smith able to gain an advantage, get to the middle of the field, and just a strong overhand high-to-low finish.
Brad Smith, 2 goals, 2 assists. He alone, as I look things over once again. The only 4-point producer so far in this game for either side, and Earhart came in from the wing. Here's McCardle, who rolls away, gets to the crease. Did he step? The goal is in, the goal is good. Kieran McCardle right around that restricted crease, able to beat Phipps and pull Waterdogs a little bit closer.
McCardle's third of the day. Clearly takes off before touching the crease, so all about the landing. That's a good goal. And I don't see a challenge flag. But credit McCardle, seemingly every time the Waterdogs need somebody to step up offensively, he has been up to the task.
Recovered by Williams. Williams swims, scores! What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do with Zed Williams? Williams has scored his 4th.
This right here is why he's the reigning MVP. All right, you're gonna double team me off of the pick. I'm just gonna swim dodge that aggressive double, get my hand back on my stick, and rifle it low to high before you're even ready for it. If you're Conrad, you gotta be more disciplined in your approach, but also you wanna be aggressive in your approach.
Kieran McCardle rolling around. Found Brown, he spins and scores. Kieran McCardle to Ryan Brown.
Good two-man action by Brown and McCardle. Brown's got a short stick on him, so he gets involved with McCardle. He sets this pick, which creates the switch. Defense is kind of on high alert. Freeze it right here. You're going to see the double team. Dunn leaves Brown. Brown kind of sneaks into this little pocket right here. McCardle puts a touch pass such that Brown has time to identify that, pivot his body, and from a placement perspective, get this offside high on Phipps. Just beautiful body control.
Chanachuk, Williams. Oh my. Oh my, Zed Williams, number 5.
He is feeling it. Coming off a 9-point performance in the quarterfinals. They swing the ball around in a severe angle from Williams. And he just whips this low to high, near pipe. Second on the power play today, and his 5th overall.
PLO playoff record. Connor Kelly. Waterdogs are just hanging around in this one. Won't let Whipsnakes run away with it, but can't seem to get any closer than that 4-goal differential.
And it's just great offensive action by Waterdogs. They're going to generate a switch here on McCardle, who then patiently surveys the defense, and off ball, Connor Kelly just finds some separation. On placement, on target feed by McCardle allows Connor Kelly to catch and shoot without a big crow hop. It's super efficient mechanics there. And that quick release.
Sowers danced away from Bernhardt and scores. Back-to-back goals for Waterdogs. Michael Sowers.
How about this footwork? I mean, there's quickness. You try to defend this. The split, boom, comes right back. And before Muller is able to come over in support, he plants that left foot, immediately generates a step, and a strong overhand high to low finish.
3 points for Sowers in his return to the lineup. Hasn't played since week 1, back on June 6th. Nardella and Withers. Withers call for a hold, and then hacked at by Gobrecht. Comes behind for Rambo. Rambo runs through a pick, found an open Carlson. Carlson recovers and scores. Big time play for Jay Carlson. Third goal today for Jay Carlson. It's our play of the game presented by OutSystems.
He's going to get run over at the end of this player. I thought he took more of a shot there, but I think that was between his legs. So he comes out to set that pick. The strong double team, Rambo somehow splits that, gets it back to Carlson, kind of bobbles it with his left hand, picks it up with his right, and yeah, right-handed, backhanded, between the legs.
Between his legs, too. Through Carlson's legs, through Ward's legs.
His ability to finish inside is unbelievable, and just the manner in which he does.
Colin Squire's pass goes awry, picked up by Randall here with 10 seconds. Randall wanted Sabia, finds Brown. Brown for Kieran McCardle, bobbled towards the sideline, and it's been a different season for Whipsnakes with the same result. For the third straight year, they're headed back to the championship game. Brian Phipps, in his first PLL start, makes 13 saves and sends the Whips to DC.
They were hunting twos, and you could just see Phipps engaged, calm, cool, collected. Didn't let the situation unnerve him. This guy's been in a ton of big moments.
Let's hear from him. Brian Phipps is with Devin.
Brian, you had an incredible game, really stepped up when it mattered. Take me through this experience for you.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can play lacrosse with some of your best friends, it's an awesome feeling. Having my family in the stands is special. And the first person to text me this morning was Kyle Bernlor, said, "I got your back, I love you." And that's what this team's about. You know, anybody can step up. You know, we're thinking about John Haas at home with his future baby. So it's just a special group we had, and very happy to play one more game.
Going on to the championship yet again, is this somewhere you thought you'd be at the start of the season?
Me personally, probably not, but you know, very fortunate to be able to play with this team. Again, soak it in as much as we can. We got one more game, so refocus and back in DC.
All right, I'll let you go celebrate. Thank you.
Championship game September 19th in DC. Chaos Whipsnakes, 12 p.m. Eastern on NBC. We'll see you there. For Ryan Boyle, Devin Caney, and our entire NBC Sports crew, I'm Brendan Berg saying so long from Philadelphia.